my sophomore year. My high school does this thing called it's like a concert in the middle, or actually it's a concert at the beginning of the year. It is called Night on Broadway, where we basically do a bunch of songs from a bunch of different musicals. My sophomore year of high school, we did a song from Les Miserables. It was the opening song, "Look Down." So doing that made me really want to watch the show because like I had heard of Les Mis, but I wasn't really like sure what it's all about.
And thank you for saying that, because I feel like a lot of people who are culture fans feel like, I can't tell anybody that I've never seen Cats, or that I don't know that whole soundtrack back and forth. It's like, it's really okay. I know, but it's like, it's okay to discover it at any age. So that's really interesting that the concert was your discovery. Lily and Lily, how did you discover Les Miserables?
For me, it was actually when I found out that we were doing the show.
See? Okay.
Yeah. So I knew about it. I knew that it was super famous. I knew that I definitely should have watched it as a kid in theater for
There's no should.
Life.
There's no shame in this game. Lily, how about you?
I accredit it to my mom because I've grown up listening to the soundtrack. I saw the Broadway tour 2 or 3 times now, and I haven't been a theater kid my whole life, but that show has stuck with me, and I was thrilled when we found out we were performing it for my senior year. So.
You could support these young actors and see them on stage this weekend, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, and a matinee on Sunday at Greenwald Foundation Performing Arts Center in Mukwonago. Very talented folks. And we'll maybe have more behind-the-scenes nuggets. Just one more story. Next on What's on Tap on WTMJ. There are a lot of interesting people and traditions in Wisconsin. 1 hour of covering culture and creativity in our state is simply not enough. I'm Sandy Max of WTMJ's What's on Tap with the happy news that my show is now expanded to 2 hours. So please join me weeknights from 6 till 8 for updates on festivals, films, food, music, theater, and other ways we love to make the most of Wisconsin life. What's on Tap with Sandy Max weeknights now from 6 till 8 on WTMJ. And subscribe to the What's on Tap podcast to listen anytime you want.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Where the heck is everybody?
Beg your pardon?
I'm at your store and...
Yes?
Nobody's here.
That's because Hassleus Mattress showrooms are employee-free. Take your time and test our selection of Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and more without commission-crazy salespeople breathing down your neck.
Yeah, sure, you say that, but come on.
What?
Where the heck is everybody?
Hassleus really is employee-free.
Okay.
So we can sell mattresses for way less, like the Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Elm Cove Bead Queen. Others sell it for $12.99, but Hassleus has it for $8.42. Plus, check out our super low pricing on Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and more.
Yes, but...
And through Monday, get an extra $248 credit just for shopping local.
Well, that's great, but I just have one question.
What's that?
Where the heck is everybody?
Open 9 to 9. Find an honest-to-goodness, employee-free showroom near you at Hassleus.com. Hassleus, employee-free since 2014.
Had a devastating knee injury, tore my ACL, tore my PCL, shredded my medial meniscus, and had an initial surgery. That really didn't hold. Had another follow-up surgery around 8 years later. That didn't work, and I didn't want to undergo another surgical procedure.
Enough with the surgeries. They didn't ease the pain, and recovery was brutal. Carmen heard about another treatment for pain relief, the non-invasive regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics.
I simply figured, heck, I'm going to pick up the phone and call QC Kinetics, and since I've been treated, my quality of life has dramatically gotten better, and I can't thank QC Kinetics enough.
These are the nation's leaders in regenerative medicine. QC Kinetics uses the body's own healing components to help provide relief and functionality.
10 months ago, I had difficulty walking up and down a flight of steps. Now I can do just about anything I desire. I'm back to the old me.
If you have joint pain, before you consider surgery, call QC Kinetics. The consultation is free.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive is bringing us all together again to collect toys for children and families in need.
Join Capco and WTMJ for a celebration of giving on December 7th at the Kazmarek Center in Grafton.
This is more than just a toy drive. It's about kids helping kids. We are learning the importance of giving and how that impacts other kids and families all over Wisconsin.
Experience the joy of giving on December 7th.
And don't forget to bring toys.
Help us make a difference this Christmas. Visit kidstoKidstoydrive.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
We explore culture and creativity here in Wisconsin and around the world on What's on Tap. And I am thrilled to know that we have such a wealth of talent in our youth in Mukwonago. Mukwonago High School is putting on a production of Les Miserables tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Greenwald Foundation Performing Arts Center. And it is going to be one heck of a production. It's been a joy to talk with co-director PJ Uhazi and 3 of the castmates, Lily, and Owen. But I would say, PJ, this is not just some cute community theater where you're just, I'm just going to applaud because they're trying and they mean well. What a wealth of talent. But you've also got a spectacular set that the parents are chipping in and putting their elbow grease into.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm a big believer in doing things at justice and trying to do our very best at everything. And as an educator, passing that on to our kids is super important. It feels excellent to be excellent and to try to be your best at all points in all ways, right? So I think that goes definitely for the set, goes for the music, goes for all parts of this. We've invested a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of resources to making a set that doesn't feel like a typical high school set.
There's some rotation going on.
There is some rotation going on. 15 feet of rotation. Yeah, we built some of our parents, Saul Pet, and a whole team, including our tech ed department, kind of all collaborated together, whether it was cutting the wood or building the motor. And so we've got a 15-foot rotating stage that works better than any other one I've ever seen. I'm very grateful and proud of it.
That's impressive.
And we definitely take full advantage of it in the production. Some of the usual things that you would see in a show, and some kind of more creative.
So I would say some inventive ways.
Yeah.
Plus, you've got the live music. I just really think this is going to be sensational. I'm glad that you're harnessing the talent that is at Mukwonago High School. That's a big deal.
We want to uplift the talent that we have, right? And these kind of opportunities you don't forget, and you don't forget when you're a senior in high school. You don't forget when you're a parent of a theater child or a choir kid or a band kid. You remember these moments, and I think it creates a legacy and a dynasty of art appreciation and the love and respect for all of it. So.
And it's a very affordable way to support your young local artists.
Yep.
How do we get tickets, and how much are tickets?
Absolutely. So tickets are $15, and you can purchase them obviously at the door. Happy to see you at the door. We're happy to see you at any point. But online, through our Greenwald Foundation Performing Arts Center's website. It's connected to our Mukwonago Area School District's website. So you can go on there, purchase tickets online if you want to pick your seat. Otherwise, if you want to take the gamble and show up and pick the day of, there's a lot of great seats in our beautiful space, and would love to see you fill that. So,
Les Mis, it's impressive. It's a heck of an ambitious effort, but it sounds like you got all my confidence between the talent on stage and the co-directing and all the parents in the community literally coming together to create this magic on stage.
This is the definition of the labor of love kind of thing, So
and art that brings community together. So I wish you, I still hate saying it, but break a leg to all of you and have a wonderful launch tomorrow and enjoy every single performance. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Les Miserables, Mukwonago High School, and the Greenwald Foundation Performing Arts Center. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Look forward to seeing you all again, either on stage or here in the studio.
Absolutely.
And we are going to get into the Bugs Bunny at the Symphony. We're going to talk with the conductor next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Thanksgiving's only a few weeks away, and Fleet Farm's got just what you need to prep for family and friends. For you turkey smokers, Griller's Gold barbecue pellets are just $5.99 a bag. And you can never have enough Fleet Farm mixed nuts. 2-pound bags are on sale for $12.99. Wash it all down with Bubbler's sparkling water. Now just $11 for 2 6-packs. The holidays will be here before you know it. So stock up now on everything you need at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm.
Nowadays, we keep photos on our phones, but growing up, we had family albums that preserved memories of experiences and relationships. God has a family photo album too. It's called The Church. Are you in it? Hear how God makes us album-worthy through faith in Christ.
God isn't a page in your book. You're a part of His. And He is delighted to have you as part of the family.
Dr. Michael Ziegler this week on The Lutheran Hour.
Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
During your career, investments piled up, from 401ks to brokerage accounts. It turned into quite a collection. At Annex Wealth Management, we believe every portfolio tells a story. We've analyzed thousands. Some reflect diligence and fortitude. Others, a mishmash of overlapping investments. When Annex reviews a portfolio, we spot what works, what might not, and then provide unbiased suggestions. Every portfolio tells a story. Let's work on yours. Investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary. That's our story. Head to AnnexWealth.com.
So if you're selling a $2 million home and you found yourself what you thought was a pretty good deal on your real estate commission, at say about 3.6%, you'd pay $72,000 in real estate commission. Not bad, right? Well, your Benefit Realty agent will charge you no more than $19,000 no matter what size property you're selling for the listing side of your sale. And it all comes with the full service you'd expect from an experienced real estate brokerage. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com. We've saved our clients over $19 million in real estate commission. Now, I say this because that's a pretty big number, but I also bring it up because it's always been cool for us to save our clients money. It's not about being the top volume agency. Over here, it's more about you. And at 1.9% commission with a cap on our commission for the listing side of your sale, no matter what size property you're selling, you will save substantially. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
Here on What's on Tap, I love when we can combine two incredible art forms like classic cartoons and classical music, and they're already a winning combination, and now you can see them live. I am so happy to welcome conductor, and I would call you a cultural historian, George Doherty. How are you, George?
Fine. How are you?
I am great. Welcome back to Wisconsin. I love that you are bringing Bugs Bunny at the Symphony back to Milwaukee, because I saw this show, gosh, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It is such an absolute joy, and you're learning all about classical music and the history behind the animations all in one evening, and you're such a great ambassador for this information.
Well, thank you. It's a joy on my part. I mean, these cartoons are part of all of our backgrounds. We all grew up with them. It's just wonderful to share them with audiences, live audiences, with an orchestra so incredibly phenomenal as the Milwaukee Symphony.
And as soon as I think of this, when we talk about Bugs Bunny cartoons and classical music, Leopold, that's from Long-Haired Hare. Is that one of the cartoons that we will see this weekend?
That absolutely is one of the cartoons you will see.
It does call back all these really fun memories of watching cartoons as a kid. What are some of the other classic cartoons we'll see this weekend?
Two of the absolute most iconic, of course, The Rabbit of Seville, based on The Barber of Seville, and
Here on What's on Tap, I love when we can combine two incredible art forms like classic cartoons and classical music, and they're already a winning combination, and now you can see them live. I am so happy to welcome conductor, and I would call you a cultural historian, George Doherty. How are you, George?
Fine. How are you?
I am great. Welcome back to Wisconsin. I love that you are bringing Bugs Bunny at the Symphony back to Milwaukee because I saw this show, gosh, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It is such an absolute joy, and you're learning all about classical music and the history behind the animations all in one evening, and you're such a great ambassador for this information.
Well, thank you. It's a joy on my part. I mean, these cartoons are part of all of our backgrounds. We all grew up with them. It's just wonderful to share them with audiences, live audiences, with an orchestra so incredibly phenomenal as the Milwaukee Symphony.
And as soon as I think of this, when we talk about Bugs Bunny cartoons and classical music, Leopold, that's from Long-Haired Hare. Is that one of the cartoons that we will see this weekend?
That absolutely is one of the cartoons you will see.
It does call back all these really fun memories of watching cartoons as a kid. What are some of the other classic cartoons we'll see this weekend?
Two of the absolute most iconic, of course, The Rabbit of Seville, based on The Barber of Seville. And then, of course, the extraordinary What's Opera Doc, which takes the entire ring cycle of Richard Wagner, normally 4 nights of opera that takes about 16 to 18 hours over 4 nights, and does the whole thing in 6 minutes and 22 seconds.
George, I never realized that it was that epic of a piece that was condensed into that short cartoon, which has so many iconic moments. Like as soon as you say, "What's Opera Doc?" You know, Spear and Magic Helmet, oh, Brunhilde. You know, you could just go into all these different lines and see the cartoon in your head.
And then there's the iconic kill the wabbit, which is of course the Ride of the Valkyries from Die Walküre. It has all the main themes from the 4 ring cycle operas, which are Die Walküre, Götterdämmerung, Siegfried, and Das Rheingold. And if that were not enough, they add into it more themes from The Flying Dutchman, from Lohengrin, from an early Wagner opera called Rienzi. The quality of the music, as composed by Carl Stalling and Milt Franklin, is absolutely phenomenal.
It really is, because you just rattled off so much music history in just one, what we'd call a silly cartoon. You know, but it's just packed.
You know, when I was a little boy growing up in Indiana, 5 years old, I didn't realize that I was listening to the main themes from 8 Wagnerian operas, but I knew I loved the music. The reason why we can do this concert with great orchestras like the Milwaukee Symphony is because Carl Stalling and Milt Franklin, who wrote the music, were so absolutely brilliant. There's nothing cartoony about the way this music is played and performed. You know, I'm lucky. I've done this a lot with the Milwaukee Symphony.
Will this be your first time performing in our refurbished Bradley Symphony Center?
Yes, the last time we were at the Marcus Center.
Prepare to be dazzled. It is Art Deco and beautiful inside.
I've seen photos, and I'm really looking forward to rehearsing there tomorrow.
You are hearing highlights of my conversation with conductor George Doherty, who is going to be in town with Bugs Bunny at the Symphony Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Bradley Symphony Center. And you just heard there, he really is happy to be back. And we're going to find out more about exactly what cartoons we'll see and some other insights from his experience conducting this super fun show. Stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Think you're smarter than the people you hear on the radio? Well, time to prove it with our Trivia Showdown. Brought to you by Quizmaster. Go head-to-head with WTMJ personalities in trivia competition. Check WTMJ.com or text trivia to the WTMJ talk and text line for a list of dates and locations of our next Trivia Showdown, benefiting Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive. Only here on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm Sandy Max at WTMJ, here to share with you some info from my new friends at Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. And we all know sagging skin is going to affect us as we age. Some of us see it sooner than others because of external factors like sun damage or air pollutants. Well, the good news is SoftWave is a newer FDA-cleared ultrasound technology, that truly offers a lasting improvement for skin laxity, and it's available now at Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. SoftWave uses superb technology that uses ultrasound with parallel beams that are delivered within the dermis of the skin, so there's no danger of melting fat or causing any scarring. The treatment available at Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa stimulates not only collagen production, but also elastin formation to improve that rebound you see in young skin. And a moisturizing effect is also seen because of increased natural hyaluronic acid production, which is something that's in all my moisturizers. So instead of having them in a moisturizer, you can actually have them in your own skin. All skin types can be treated, face, neck, basically all areas of the body can be treated. Bonus, the appearance of cellulite can also be reduced. SoftWave, Dr. Mangione believes, is the safest, most effective, non-invasive treatment yet for skin tightening. Set up a free consultation today. 262-746-9088. That's Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. 262-746-9088.
It's a bully that will not let up until you do something about it. And the worst part is that the bullying happens when you're at your most vulnerable. You might as well have your hands tied behind your back while that bully puts one hand over your mouth and pinches your nose with the other. He'll let up, let you catch your breath, and then he'll do it again. Sleep apnea is a bully. Not long ago, we heard our friend John tell you about how his bully was stopping his breathing in his sleep over 145 times an hour. Think about what that can do to your body's organs. It's no wonder that the snowball effects of long-term obstructive sleep apnea are heart disease, stroke, even depression and anxiety. But this problem is solvable, and we have solutions, and you'll be surprised at how simple they are.
To date, Advent has solved over 40,000 breathing triangle problems. It's time to put that bully in his place. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers, where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this fall? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
One of the most fun experiences you can have at the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra is happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is Bugs Bunny at the Symphony, and I saw this show maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It is so much fun to see cartoons on the big screen. It's a very entertaining way to preserve history of not just the classic cartoons, but also the classical music that goes with those cartoons and the origins of iconic moments. And cultural historian and conductor George Doherty was nice enough to spend some time with me on the phone earlier today, and he has such a deep knowledge and excellent anecdotes. And we pick up the conversation. I had to ask him, will he be sharing the story of that signature twang of the Merry Melodies intro?
Yes, absolutely. That's part of the whole thing. And
that's a great story.
The famous pedal steel guitar that started the whole thing off.
I would say no spoilers, but why it can never be replicated is a great story.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The great thing about the concert is that audiences will have a chance to see 16 Looney Tunes played live by the Milwaukee Symphony. So not only the ones we've talked about, What's Opera Dr. Rabbitsville, but also And Long-Haired Hare, of course, Baton Bunny, where Bugs conducts the Morning, Noon, and Night Overture by Von Suppé, Corny Concerto, which is full of fabulous Johann Strauss waltzes. The thing about it is that Carl Stalling and Milt Franklin, they kept the music stylistically absolutely perfect. So the Wagner is Wagner, gigantic, huge Wagner. Rossini is a more crisp Italian, small orchestra. Corny Concerto, Johann Strauss is just full of lilting Strauss waltzes. Zoom and Board, which is a Roadrunner cartoon, and a lot of people don't think of the Roadrunner cartoons as being tied to classical music, but every chase scene in every Roadrunner cartoon is The Dance of the Comedians by Smetana, which is a very famous piece from an opera called The Battered Bride, but we call it The Battered Bird. We do 4 Roadrunner cartoons, and they're like ballets because there's no dialogue. It's just all music. We have a brand new thing called Dynamite Dance, which is the Dance of the Hours from La Gioconda. High Note, where one of the notes falls off the score of the Blue Danube and ends up in the score of How Dry I Am, and gets drunk and wreaks havoc on a musical score. That is especially brilliant by the great Chuck Jones because all the animated characters are made out of notes and rests and treble clefs and lines and staffs, and there's not a recognizable character in the whole thing, and it was an Academy Award winner, one of the most brilliant cartoons ever made, cartoon shorts. This whole concert celebrates the whole concept of the animated short, the 6-minute and 20-second animated short. You know why every one of them is exactly that long?
6 minutes and 20 seconds. No, I don't know. Why are they 6:20?
That was the length of one reel of film. All of these cartoons were designed to be seen in the movie theater. In this very theater, where the Bradley Center now is, was of course the Warner Theater, built by the Warner Brothers themselves. So these cartoons were seen in that theater when it was still a movie house. The beginning of every movie, you would see the coming attraction, one reel. You would see the short subject, one reel, and you would see the cartoon, one reel. Each one of those things was 6 minutes and 20 seconds because that was the length of one reel of film, and that's how it all fit together. Then it would be followed by a double feature. You know, the A film, which was Casablanca or The Maltese Falcon, and the B movie, which was I Was a Fugitive from a Chain Gang. So, you know.
George Doherty, conductor of Bugs Bunny at the Symphony, as you can hear, film history, cartoon history, music history. You're going to get a fun, laugh-filled, you're going to leave there smarter after you enjoy watching 16 cartoons and hearing so much. What a wide range of classical music, George.
Yeah. And it really shows the brilliance of this very quintessentially American art form, the animated short. Warner Brothers was unique in the fact that they used a gigantic orchestra for the animated shorts, for the cartoons. So the orchestra for What's Opera Doc was the same size orchestra as the orchestra from Casablanca.
Wow.
And that's what makes this music so rich and huge, and why we can do it on stage in an incredible place like the Bradley Center and with a phenomenal world-class orchestra like the Milwaukee Symphony.
Welcome back to Milwaukee. Conductor and cultural historian George Doherty. See him conducting and sharing wonderful stories at Bugs Bunny at the Symphony. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Bradley Symphony Center. Thank you so much for your time, George, and have a great time. You might hear me laughing on Sunday afternoon, loudly.
This is a concert where making noise in the audience is encouraged. So laughter, the audiences are very vocal at our concerts.
Well, thank you for the encouragement and enjoy Milwaukee.
Great. My pleasure. Thank you. It's wonderful to be back here.
He is conductor George Doherty. What a joy. That was truly a highlight of my day today to get to chat with him and to find out just how much he really does love performing the show. And if you want to get a glimpse of what it will look like, go back and watch the WTMJ YouTube live stream. Producer Max was able to show some of the video from previous productions to give you an idea of just how immersive and fun it is to see the cartoons that you remember fondly performed along with the symphony orchestra. And this is one of those events that's perfect for the whole family or multi-generations. Even if you're an adult child, take your parent. I think you'll have a whole lot of fun. So that's at the mso.org if you want to get tickets for Bugs Bunny at the Symphony. And if you want to watch that video, just text the word WATCH, WATCH, to 855-616-1620. More events to entertain you and help you make the most of your Wisconsin weekend after the news on WTMJ.
Did you wake up with joint pain? Does it hurt doing routine activities? How are those knees feeling? Or have you been told it's hip replacement time? WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You deserve a life of comfort, not a life of repeated steroid shots that cause long-term damage. It's time to check out QC Kinetics. They'll walk you through the proper diagnostics for a non-surgical regenerative treatment. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative cellular treatments for joint pain. It's an all-natural approach that harnesses your body's own healing properties to treat the root cause of your arthritic pain. Yes, you can have real, lasting relief from joint pain without drugs, without surgery, and without downtime. Learn about your options. Call QC Kinetics. Consultations are free with Saturday appointments available at locations in Greenfield and Mequon. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474.
Call quality for the signature service you deserve.
This is Anthony Zaneski with Quality. Because we are truly local and family owned, I think that lends to the trust you can have in our company. And that means when we put out a promotion like this, it's always going to be a deal that you can believe in. So here we go. When you buy an Armstrong heating and cooling system, we'll give you the choice of a legitimate $1,700 off or a free water heater. And with federal and state money helping you pay for the HVAC upgrade, that will make this deal even better. Now, the average life of a water heater is 6 to 9 years. Yours is probably past that or getting there. So before you walk into a flooded basement, you can take care of this and upgrade a big part of your home's inner workings and get a pretty good deal at the same time. So call Quality and get a free water heater when you upgrade your home's HVAC system.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, now offering heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Welcome back to Ask Hassellus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Where the heck is everybody?
Beg your pardon?
I'm at your store and...
Yes?
Nobody's here.
That's because Hassellus Mattress showrooms are employee-free. Take your time and test our selection of Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and more without commission-crazy salespeople breathing down your neck.
Yeah, sure, you say that, but come on.
What?
Where the heck is everybody?
Hassellus really is employee-free.
Okay.
So we can sell mattresses for way less, like the Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Elm Cove Bead Queen. Others sell it for $12.99, but Hassellus has it for $8.42. Plus, check out our super low pricing on Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and more.
Yes, but...
And through Monday, get an extra $248 credit just for shopping local.
Well, that's great, but I just have one question.
What's that?
Where the heck is everybody?
Open 9 to 9. Find an honest-to-goodness, employee-free showroom near you at Hassellus.com. Hassellus, employee-free since 2014.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, they clicked on the blue button. We sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day and upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. We also let them know about AccuNet's property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, no appraisal required. When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval did include that most powerful phrase, no appraisal required, and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with the local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win. We'll also likely save you $1,000 to $3,000 in closing costs for exactly the same rate as your bank. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life. Brands from Carhartt to Milwaukee to Purina to Goodyear to Rapala to Levi's and a whole lot more. In-store or online, check out all the brands Fleet Farm carries to help make your everyday life better.
If you're experiencing low energy, brain fog, or bloating, then your body might need a detox. Active Liver from New Nordic makes it easy to help your liver to detox your body all year long without any major changes to your diet or lifestyle.
You just can't pass on Less is Glass. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Transition planning already well underway. Hours after Donald Trump pulled off the most stunning political comeback in American history.
There, look what happened. Is this crazy?
The president-elect hurtling to re-election on a series of sweeping promises, including a pledge to bring down inflation and to launch the largest deportation operation this nation has ever seen.
Vice President Kamala Harris offering her concession speech today. She told supporters at her alma mater, Howard University, to keep on fighting.
I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do.
Strong Santa Ana winds causing flames to race into neighborhoods in Southern California's Ventura County.
Flames are moving quickly in 50 and 60 mile per hour sustained wind. It went from a more agricultural area burning into populated neighborhoods in the town of Camarillo. The wind is too strong to get firefighting planes in the air with fire retardant. People are packing up horses and getting out of the area. Some burn injuries have been reported. It is a worst-case scenario, extremely strong wind and very dry, causing flames to explode around neighborhoods.
ABC's Alex Stone. A Lebanese broadcaster reporting at least 4 Israeli airstrikes targeting Beirut's southern suburbs. And the FAA slowing flights into New York area airports this evening due to an equipment issue. You're listening to ABC News.
Bioptimizer's Black Friday blowout sale is now. For 20 years, Bioptimizers has provided top supplements like Magnesium Breakthrough, the only product with all 7 types of magnesium to support sleep, stress management, hormone balance, and mood. Make your health a priority this holiday season and visit bioptimizers.com/radio and use code RADIO to get a minimum of 10% off and up to $100 in free gifts with purchase. Go to bioptimizers.com/radio and use code RADIO today.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Hurricane Rafael made landfall in Cuba as a Category 3. ABC News senior meteorologist Melissa Griffin.
As it meanders across the Gulf of Mexico fairly slowly over the next couple of days, it is expected to weaken to a Category 1 hurricane by the weekend, eventually into a tropical storm by early next week, as it's still staying over the open waters. At this time, we're not expecting major impacts to the U.S. Gulf Coast, but anyone from Texas all the way to the Florida Panhandle should keep a close eye on the track of Hurricane Rafael.
A 12-year-old boy among the 5 people killed in a small plane crash in Mesa, Arizona. Authorities say the business jet aborted takeoff at the Falcon Field Airport crashed through a fence, collided with a vehicle. Stocks on Wall Street soared on the outcome of the presidential election, the Dow adding 1,500 points, the NASDAQ almost 3% higher.
This is because investors are betting that Trump's policies will benefit them. And he was always really seen as the more friendly candidate to corporate America. He wants to lower the corporate tax rate, we know, down to 15% from its current 21%. And so deregulation, tax cuts, this is music to the ears of banking companies.
ABC's Alexis Christoforous. Honda says its profits dropped almost 20% in the first half of the fiscal year compared to the same time last year. Sales in China, they suffered the most. I'm Dave Packer, ABC News.
Bioptimizer's Black Friday blowout sale is now. For 20 years, Bioptimizers has provided top supplements like Magnesium Breakthrough, the only product with all 7 types of magnesium to support sleep, stress management, hormone balance, and mood. Make your health a priority this holiday season and visit bioptimizers.com/radio and use code RADIO to get a minimum of 10% off and up to $100 in free gifts with purchase. Go to bioptimizers.com/radio and use code RADIO today.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
When you work with us, you'll know what you're going to get. And most importantly, you'll know exactly what you're going to pay us to list and sell your home. Talk to any Benefit Realty agent and ask about our commission. You will always get the same answer. You may find that others aren't ready to be as straightforward as we are right off the bat. They may try to meet with you first, and from there, you'll probably have to haggle your commission. And if you're lucky, you might be able to get them to reduce their commission to what we charge. But who wants that? Benefit Realty is going to make this easy for you with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. And we even one-up it from there. We cap our commission so that no matter what size property you're selling for the listing side of your sale, your savings will be substantial. And if you're selling a luxury portfolio kind of home, substantial is an understatement. And finally, if you're not happy at any time with the service you're getting, we won't hold you to the term of your contract. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris are joined by MJ's TV partner, Lisa Byington. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Siding Unlimited named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Traffic is sponsored by the Heiser Automotive Group. Come in and make that deal. Visit Heiser Automotive Group with 4 convenient locations or online at Heiser.com. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Lincoln, and Cadillac. Today's your day.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Max.
How are you tonight? It's a lot different than it was this time yesterday. I was at No Studios at an election watch party, mingling with volunteers for Get Out the Vote organizations. It was interesting. People from all around the country, and they had a chance to hang out at No Studios, which is this great creative hub that Academy Award winner John Ridley started and put together. Really friendly vibe, good space to spend some of my time yesterday. I also went to Aloft Hotel, where they had a non-watch party, Pawty, where the lobby was full of dogs, some people in the neighborhood and just pet owners who brought their dogs to the Aloft lobby. And then also Rescue Gang had some rescue dogs there. And Lola, the blue-eyed dog, was very sweet, but I did not wind up going home with the dog. It was very tempting. But I will tell you, all the statistics say, like, pet a dog and it lowers your blood pressure. It was a very tail wagging, happy, mellow vibe there at Aloft Hotel, and which is a dog-inclusive hotel, so it's not unusual. They know how to take care of pets there. They have leashes and treats and dog bowls, so it was a good time. That was the more quiet part of the evening, as just before results started rolling in after the polls closed. But here till 9 o'clock with some more relaxing, uplifting information now that some of the dust has settled, and we're just going to move on and move forward, no matter which way you voted. If you did vote and get your sticker, thank you very much for participating. It's just been an interesting dynamic with discussions here on WTMJ that you can always catch up on the podcast to hear last night's coverage and today's reactions. But now we're going to spend an hour kind of chilling, talking about culture and creativity in Wisconsin and around the world. Plenty of events to make the most of your Wisconsin weekend coming up. I will share some suggestions with you, and also a couple of productions. One that is kicking off called Clyde's, I should say opening, and another production that is called The Moors is closing. So that's your last call. But we'll visit with some of the cast and crew of those shows to take you behind the scenes and maybe help you make a decision on some entertainment that you'd like to get in on this weekend. But I do have some beer news. Talking about culture and creativity, we truly enjoy our beer here at in Wisconsin. And this is disappointing news about Molson Coors. They've announced plans to close the Liney's Brewery in Chippewa Falls. That was 150 years of brewing there in northwestern Wisconsin. This is the official statement from the former president of Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company, Dick Leinenkugel. He released this statement to WTMJ today saying, quote, "I am deeply saddened by the decision of the Molson Coors leadership team to close our Chippewa Falls brewery and home for over 157 years and 6 generations of family management. Leinenkugel's has been brewing great beers for our legions of fans throughout Wisconsin and around the country. I feel for all the impacted employees and their families in Chippewa Falls and trust that the Molson Coors leadership will do everything possible to ease their pain during this challenging time. I know the Molson Coors leaders don't take these decisions lightly. It's clear to me that they determined that the savings resulting from the closure were significant enough to justify this difficult decision. None of our family members were aware or counseled ahead of the decision. It's a sad day for our family and our fans. In 2017, we came together in Chippewa Falls to celebrate our brewery's 150th anniversary. It was the defining moment of my career in beer. Alongside my brothers Jake and John and members of our 4th, 5th, and 6th generations of family, we proudly toasted our beer drinkers, retail customers, and distributors to thank them for their loyalty and support. Today, on behalf of the Leinenkugel family, I thank them again, and we'll toast them this evening with a Leinenkugel's original and a tear in my eye. Also, the 10th Street location for Leinenkugel's, I think, is also, sources tell WTMJ that the second of the smaller brewing operations planned for closure is Leinenkugel's 10th Street Brewery in Milwaukee. So it's one of those times where the evolution is sad and disappointing. Business is business. But boy, if you have a local microbrew that you love, get out and support them. Stop by their tap room. Pick up a 6-pack at your favorite liquor store next time you're stocking up. Holidays are coming, so certainly a good time to get your favorite beverages. But yeah, it's a bummer that, I'm going to round up nearly 200 years, in Chippewa Falls. When you say Chippewa Falls, I automatically think of grabbing a Liney, a good honey vice, or I love a honey bear when you mix the honey vice and the berry vice. So just a chapter that has evolved there. If you want to read the full story, we have it posted at WTMJ.com as this chapter in the Leinenkugel's family beer business comes to a close. I'm Sandy Max. If you're looking to mellow out tomorrow, looking for peace and art, you'll find it for free tomorrow at a Milwaukee lakefront landmark. That's next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory's arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy. And helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Okay, close your mouth and take a deep breath in through your nose. So the way it's supposed to be is that you should be able to breathe easily. You shouldn't feel constrained. What it should feel like is air briskly flowing freely through both nasal passages, day and night. And if not, there's a problem. And it's a don't know what your problem really was until you got it fixed kind of problem. You're living with it. I mean, you're tired a lot. It might give you headaches and sinus pressure, but you're living with it. Yeah, you sound like almost every patient we help until we get their problem fixed. And then you hear them saying, "Why would I put up with that?" Advent will get you breathing freely again with simple in-office solutions like turbinate reduction along with balloon sinuplasty that really can change your life.
To date, Advent has solved over 40,000 breathing triangle problems. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows. When you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
was your Wednesday today? If you're looking for a little peace, a little calm, and a good way to stretch your budget, Milwaukee Art Museum has a free day tomorrow, and it's called Free Day Plus Celebration Gatherings. And it's a day, no cost, to celebrate gatherings in all their forms, from quiet times for reflection to upbeat festivities. You can bring your family, your friends, gather and connect through art, music, and movement, and more. There's art making, which I think is always fun. You don't have to be a kid to make art at the Milwaukee Art Museum. They've got the Coles Art Studio, and you can make a weather vane sculpture. It's kind of cool. And in the Milwaukee Room, you can create corn husk flowers. There's even a guest facilitator named Eliza Skenandor, and she's from the Oneida Nation Wolf Clan. And while you're making corn husk flowers, you can explore the rich heritage of Oneida craftsmanship and the importance of preserving cultural knowledge for future generations. That is from 10 until 4. There's going to be a special PBS Wisconsin Spotlight film screening called Native Voices, and it's a series of animated and live action stories that highlight Wisconsin individuals who have focused on teaching and gathering and uplifting those around them. So again, more positive energy and positive vibes. You'll learn about Electa Quinney, a Mohican educator and mentor who's known to many as Wisconsin's first public school teacher. It's an impressive accomplishment there. Chief Oshkosh, a leader who worked tirelessly to ensure the Menominee people could stay and gather on their homelands, and also the Native Wellness Garden, which is an urban garden in Milwaukee that is run by the Gerald L. Ignace Indian Health Center. So lots of spiritual, lots of Native American culture to explore, again, for free at the Milwaukee Art Museum. Also tomorrow at 11 a.m., Philippine Center Strummers performance, multi-generational musicians who maybe you've seen playing at events around the community, but they're going to be performing right there. And also, I love this idea because you know I love music. Sound bowl healing at noon. Pause for a meditative, liberating experience with singing bowls, led by Melissa Blue Muhammad. That sounds like a really chill experience. I like that. Plus, they've also got 2 DJs in the afternoon tomorrow in Windover Hall, and that would be DJ A-Biz and DJ Gemini Gilly, who was in the news last week participating in one of the Harris campaign events. And then you also got, of course, yoga. Yoga at 7 o'clock. You can take it from Tom Chappelle, who is a yoga facilitator who also weaves his Ojibwe ancestry with yogic traditions to explore the essence of gathering together as a community. So I think that's been one big theme today, is that gathering together as a community is how we can all get along better, how we can understand each other better, and how we can all move forward together, hopefully as a community, as the United States. It's in the name. So trying to put out some positive energy and ways to help approach things with a more peaceful mindset. And then want to tell you, Monday is Veterans Day, but you don't have to wait until then to participate in some special events. I will clue you into 2 events that you can honor our veterans. That's next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Do you have the greatest possible fire protection?
Fire sprinklers protect lives and property in your building.
Are you ensuring that your fire sprinkler system is receiving the proper care that it requires?
Just like the other systems within your building, it is essential that the fire sprinkler system be inspected, tested, and maintained.
Protect your investment and, most importantly, occupants and firefighters by incorporating a regular ITM program in your building.
For more information, visit nfsa.org.
That's nfsa.org.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers, where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Save big money on your next project with help from Menards. Update your home with Peyton Vinyl Plank Flooring. It's waterproof and durable, making it perfect for active families. It's available in 2 styles and features an attached pad for added comfort and easy installation. Trust Menards for all your flooring needs. And view the weekly flyer for all of our great deals happening this week on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
When you work at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, you'll be helping us help others. There are many that need our help, and we need your help to carry out our mission. St. Vincent de Paul is always looking for part-time team members. You'll get competitive pay, benefits, and flexibility in scheduling. So apply online at svdpmilw.org or stop by Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, or 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
I know we've been talking about patriotism this week and making sure you go out and vote and exercise your right with Election Day yesterday. True patriots, we can salute on Monday. It is Veterans Day, but you don't have to wait until then to participate in some special events. If you're a veteran or you have a veteran in your life, there's something you can do tomorrow that would be fun. And there's something you do on Saturday that would be fun. And you're allowed to have fun while you're also honoring and paying tribute to fine folks who serve in the military. The first fun thing you can do is tomorrow. It's Hoops for Troops at the Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow for Veterans Day. And it is their annual Hoops for Troops night. They are playing the Jazz tomorrow at 7 o'clock. The first 10,000 fans at the Bucks game tomorrow are going to get a camouflage winter beanie with interchangeable patches, courtesy of We Energies, just in time for the impending chilly weather. And how fun is this? The winner of the 50-50 raffle, not only do you get the cash, who doesn't like that? You'll also get a painting of the Statue of Liberty that'll be painted by a live-action anthem artist, Joe Everson, that he created it a couple weeks ago during the Bucks home opener. You'll get that Statue of Liberty painting. You get art and cash at the 50-50 raffle tomorrow. And tip-off, the pregame tip-off, there's going to be an Army Oath of Enlistment. 23 candidates are going to take their oath to join the Army, and then the national anthem is going to be performed by an Army veteran. He's local singer-songwriter Jesse Tyler Freeward, and over 30 service members are going to unfurl a big American flag while he sings. And he has worked with Creative Vets, which is, I love organizations that use art and culture and creativity to help veterans in a variety of ways. And Freeward has worked with Creative Vets to use music as an outlet for healing and reflection. And he's also going to perform a song he has called Soldier Coming Home. And the in-game entertainment at halftime is a silent drill performance from the U.S. Army drill team. And then that's just all there in the bowl. They're going to have all sorts of interesting things set up on the concourses to celebrate veterans, and including the Madison Veterans Museum's A Face for Every Name exhibit. This is a traveling exhibit that features a photo of each of the 1,161 Wisconsinites officially listed on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C., and that's going to be on display outside sections 101 and 103. And I love it. The Bucks are going to host service members and veterans during the game on Thursday, tomorrow night. 40 in courtside seats, courtesy of ticket members, Bucks ownership, and partners, helping make that Bucks game even more special for service members and veterans. And one of those seats is going to be reserved to honor prisoners of war and those who went missing in action. as a very profound gesture. And you'll also be seeing throughout the game service members and veterans in attendance being honored with video features and in-game elements. And if you do have a valid military ID, you can get discounted tickets, and you also get 10% off at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum. So if that sounds like fun for you, that is tomorrow night. Hoops for Troops at the Bucks game tomorrow night. And on Saturday is when you're going to see a whole lot of red, white, and blue downtown. It is the annual Wisconsin Veterans Day Parade. Hundreds of participants coming downtown on the streets of historic downtown Milwaukee, while thousands of spectators line the streets. I haven't checked the weather forecast for Saturday. I hope it's nice. And even if it isn't, it's even more meaningful if you go out and pop up an umbrella and salute and wave to service members and their families. That's a route that's going to go Wisconsin Avenue and then head north up Water Street, so to Juneau. So it's an easy to manage route to come downtown, park, and enjoy the parade. And that step off is 11 o'clock in downtown Milwaukee. And if you go to wiveteranschamber.org, you can see event info and that map. And whatever you can do to thank a veteran for their service, it is meaningful, and it's valuable. It's brave. It's a lot of things. So it's very important to honor Veterans Day. Tomorrow, have fun at the Bucks game. Saturday, the parade. And then Monday itself is Veterans Day. And I'm planning on booking some guests on my show. Like I was talking about how much I enjoy that there are these organizations like Feast of St. Crispian that helps veterans and members of the military coping through different issues by using theater. And there's, of course, guitars for vets. So we're lucky in this city to have, and in our area, on all of Wisconsin, to have organizations that truly serve veterans, but also do it in some unique ways that aren't that are empowering and allow people to express themselves in a different way. I like it. So if you have any suggestions for veterans organizations that you think I should be spotlighting, please feel free to drop me a note. Sandy at WTMJ.com. That's SANDY at WTMJ.com. I'd love to take your suggestions and shine a light on organizations that are doing good for veterans. I love music too. We got some music events coming up this weekend around Wisconsin. I'll share some of those suggestions next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Hey, Wisconsin, WTMJ's Greg Matzik here for Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac. Hey, comfortable fall weather makes now perfect timing to gear up and be ready to take to the roads with confidence this winter in a new all-wheel drive equipped Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC, or explore the peace of mind benefits and value of a GM-certified pre-owned model. Connect with Team Holiday to find the new vehicle that's right for you during the year-end sale. Score enticing offers, get more for your trade, and experience for yourself Team Holiday's simplified buying approach and genuine guest care. It's the stuff that delights and makes fans of drivers from all over the Badger State and beyond. Fans like me and thousands of others whose trust in Holiday has helped them achieve top ranking as Wisconsin's #1 Buick and GMC dealer per 2023 Buick and GMC Zone Sales records. Navigate today's car market confidently. Find yours and discover the difference at Holiday Chevrolet, Buick and GMC in Fond du Lac and at holidaygm.com. It's worth the trip.
The surgeons that I know are good people. They just want to do what they can to help you feel better. And the surgeries they perform can do wonders for their patients. But medicine's a business, and surgery is the big ticket item. And there are surgeries that are absolutely necessary. In almost all cases, a total knee replacement isn't one of them. It's a last resort. So before you opt for a total knee replacement, if you haven't been to Rejuvenex, you may find that we have treatments that can give you the relief you're looking for. They're FDA approved, and they can alleviate pain, in many cases significantly. And insurance could cover a big portion of, if not all of our treatment costs. The osteoarthritic pain you're feeling will only worsen, and that's why you should take action now. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Flooring, carpeting, bath, or kitchen remodeling. Adair is the name Milwaukee has trusted for 65 years. This is Rob Adair. Ready to remodel? Give us a call, 761-3660. Get personal care from Adair, South 27th in Franklin.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
Kind of a summertime song for you on this November 6th. I'm Sandy Max. It's What's on Tap, and that is Pontoon from Little Big Town. And I feel like we were talking about it months ago, but it's here. Little Big Town in concert Friday night, Fiserv Forum, and they've got some other good people on that bill. It's going to be a good night of country music if that's your jam. And like I said, I just feel like it's already flown by when you talk about summertime, because I remember playing Pontoon going, it's a really good summery summery song. And I was talking to one of my friends who told me that she's got it on her her up north playlist when you do it that way. So yeah, Little Big Town, Sugarland, and the Castellos, the Take Me Home tour Friday at Fiserv Forum. And that's Friday. And then tomorrow night, Thursday night, there's a fun band. I know we've kind of got election as the theme. You've heard of suffragettes. Well, this is a surf guitar band called the Suffragettes, and they are performing at X-Ray Arcade tomorrow night, if you want to check that out. And we've been talking about all sorts of good entertainment. And, I like to help you stretch your entertainment dollar whenever I can. So the Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra has a free concert on Saturday. And if you go to myso.org, myso.org, what a great way to stretch your dollar and just enjoy some of the young talent we have here. I'm impressed. We were talking earlier today this evening with McWanago High School students, 3 seniors, Lily, and Owen, who are going to tackle the roles of Les Miserables. And they're just really energetic and talented young people. So I'm glad that we have this in our city to enjoy. So MISO's got their free concert on Saturday, myso.org. And if you enjoy free jazz, Gallery 218 in 3rd Ward is going to, right there on Buffalo Street, they have free jazz on Sunday as you can stroll and enjoy artwork. So again, try helping you find some ways to chill and relax and unwind from some of the hyperactivity that's been going on in the news, and we finally get a break from some of the political advertising that everybody was complaining about, and the texts and the emails. So let's enjoy some calm and enjoy some entertainment. Also, if you like to laugh, there are 2 comedy shows to tell you about. TJ Miller, who I know he's done a lot of things, but I always think of him as the character in Office Christmas Party with Jason Bateman. He's the wealthy kid who is not a great business manager, but is a heck of an adventurer. He's TJ Miller, and he is in town at Milwaukee Improv on Saturday. No, today's Wednesday. On Friday and Saturday. And then also Dane Cook is at the Riverside on Saturday night as well, if you like comedy. And tonight is the night that Sebastian Maniscalco is on stage right now at Fiserv Forum. So unfortunately, I think you've missed that one. But he does have a comedy special coming up on Hulu that you can look forward to. I'm Sandy Max. We're going to talk about some shows that are opening and closing this weekend. Stay with us on What's on Tap.
Call quality for the signature service you deserve.
For 60 years, we've been known as Quality Heating, offering the highest levels of HVAC expertise. But when I took over for Greg, I saw the potential to add services for all your home needs. We do heating and cooling so well, I figured, why not offer new trades to give all-around home service to our customers? So along with heating and cooling, we now offer top-flight plumbing and electric services. There's no subs here, and we all work under the quality code of taking pride in the Midwestern work ethic, and more importantly, Midwestern morals. You know, much of our trade has gone corporate with private equities, but we remain a family-owned company. This is Anthony Zanevsky with Quality, offering heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. For the signature service you deserve, call Quality.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, now offering heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
By now you've probably figured out what's most important to us at Semperfi is our reputation. Building a great character-driven remodeling company is actually quite easy. It's just the first 20 years that are a bit challenging. Great companies are collections of great people, and we have great people. They're the ones that helped us build our reputation, but they only come after you've built something they want to be part of. We don't necessarily have to look for good people. They come to us. And that's what you want when you hire an exterior remodeling company. Someone who's going to stand behind their work, and a company that is truly proud of their people. And it's because they do great work. And when you're ready, we'll do great work for you too. This is Brad Youngluth with Semperfi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semperfi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semperfi.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, they clicked on the blue button. We sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day and upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. We also let them know about AccuNet's property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, no appraisal required. When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval did include that most powerful phrase, no appraisal required, and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with the local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win. We'll also likely save you $1,000 to $3,000 in closing costs for exactly the same rate as your bank. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Culture and creativity here in Wisconsin and around the world. And as soon as it got to be September, I was getting, in a good way, flyers in my mailbox that had nothing to do with politics. They had all to do with theater. All the theater companies here in our area, all around the state. Once it gets to be that colder weather, it's indoor theater season, and it's been fun to see the wide variety of shows, whether they're musicals or one-person, two-person plays. It's been fun to see just what a range that we have here with all of our different theater companies. And Milwaukee Chamber Theater is certainly a theater that it loves to explore different ideas, different perspectives, and they have a very interesting show that is about to break a leg on Friday night. It is called Clyde's. It's like the name of a sandwich shop. And we were lucky enough to be able to get two of the performers, two of the cast members in the studio and What's on Tap, LaCrissa Granberry and also Nate Press. And they stopped by, and it's fun. I enjoy talking with every aspect of theater, whether it's somebody, we'd say in sports in the front office, or it's somebody who's performing or somebody behind the scenes that's on the crew, because it just takes a variety of different talents to put a show on. So it was a thrill, though, because LaCrissa is pretty much, she's Clyde, so she's in the title role, and then Nate was a lot of fun to have in the studio and had some fun observations. But I asked LaCrissa, okay, if you had to tell somebody what Clyde's the play, and it's the Milwaukee premiere. This was a Tony Award nominee for Best Play in 2022. So this is good, fresh writing. But I asked LaCrissa, how would you describe this show?
Clyde's is a comedy-driven play by two-time Pulitzer Prize winner Lynn Nottage that will literally tickle you and shift your perspective about the world around you and yourself, I think.
That's compelling. Nate, how do you describe Clyde's?
Well, I think, on the surface, it is a story about a business owner and the people who work for her and their circumstances. But then there's many layers to it. There's, these kind of metaphysical layers, and then there's just more social layers as well.
And what does Clyde's refer to?
Well, Clyde's is the character. Clyde's is the main character who I will be playing in the show in this production at MCT. And Clyde has a sandwich shop. So Clyde is also, it's Clyde's Sandwich Shop on Old Plank Road, which is set in, is it Philly?
Pennsylvania. Berks County.
Yeah. And it's a sandwich shop, and Clyde only hires formerly incarcerated individuals. She herself is a formerly incarcerated individual. And it is these people that she employs who create these very tasty sandwiches in the shop.
So, LaCrissa, you're Clyde.
Yeah.
Nate, what role do you play in Clyde's?
I play a character named Jason, who is an ex-convict, somebody who's just been recently released from prison, trying to reintegrate into the into society. And my character is the newest staff member, employee at Clyde's. So kind of has to learn the ropes, as it were.
And how are rehearsals going?
Great.
Oh, yeah. They are really great. I said the mark of doing a good show with good people is when you're looking forward to going every day. And I just got off of a sort of 5-day hiatus from traveling a lot. And all I could think was, I can't wait to go to rehearsal tomorrow.
That's the kind of energy that you want. And that's LaCrissa Granberry and also Nate Press, part of the cast of Clyde's that opens on Friday at Broadway Theater Center at the Studio Theater right there in Third Ward, part of the Milwaukee Chamber Theater's production of this 2022 Tony Award nominee for Best Play. So they really are bringing great theater to us. It's a Milwaukee premiere. Also in the cast, Bryant Bentley and Jaime Kamara, who you've heard me talk about here on What's on Tap, because Jaime Kamara was just in the production of an Iliad at Milwaukee Chamber Theater, one-woman show. It was very impressive. So I'm interested to see Jaime in this cast. Also, Justin Hewen rounds out the 5-person cast, but it's also a production that's directed by DeMonte Henning, another name that you probably heard because he's an actor. He's directing this production of Clyde's, but it's kind of fun. If you go to his Instagram, his bio is actor, husband, father of 2, director, producer, lover of presidential documentaries. So he's a smart guy. And I asked LaCrissa and Nate, what is it like to work with somebody like DeMonte Henning with this reputation and this level of talent?
No, he's a wise one. He is so invested in the story. My favorite thing is every day when he comes to rehearsal and he goes, I couldn't stop thinking about the play last night, and I had all these revelations, and he's very invested in the story and in the craft of us creating it together. I feel like he's a really good collaborator, and so I've had a great time working with DeMonte so far. And
well, you said you keep looking forward to going to rehearsal as well. So
yeah,
it seems to be gelling, seems to be going.
He's created a really good room.
Yeah.
And that's important.
And what do you mean by a good room? Nate, you nodded and said yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, the vibe is always up. I mean, because some of the subject matter can be heavy from time to time, although it is a comedy. I don't think, it's not like a regular comedy. Like, I'm certainly not playing it for laughs. So there can be some heavy subject matter, but yes, I mean the general vibe. We stay up, we stay focused, we stay committed to having this group goal, of what we're all driving at, and DeMonte's heading that, and we're all coming in every day with whatever we got going on, but we get in the room and we get to work.
Actor Nate Press and LaCrissa Granberry talking about their roles and working with director DeMonte Henning at the Milwaukee Chamber Theater on this new production of Clyde's, the Milwaukee premiere, and it opens on Friday, and it runs through November 24th, so you'll have some time to see it, but this is one of those times where, don't delay. All of a sudden you're like, oh, I meant to go see that show. It's like, oh, it's closing this weekend. That can fly by and kind of creep up on you. But I love hearing all of this discussion about the level of talent, the level of commitment, the level of passion dedication that these actors and directors and everybody in the theater companies are putting together, because when you get a ticket, you're going to see a high quality production, not just sometimes you hear the phrase experimental theater. It's like and experimental theater is also high quality, but it's just like they're just kind of trying this out. This is really dedicated storytelling. And if you think that one of the descriptions I found about the play Clydes is the play set at a truck stop diner where a number of people are trying to restart their lives and stay out of trouble after spending time in prison. That's one synopsis. But when I asked LaCrissa, like, what does she feel like the play is really about? This was her answer.
Clydes is a comedy-driven play. We were talking about this today in rehearsal, is that even though technically we're all ex-cons in the show, right? We're all former incarcerated people. That isn't the story. The story is that we all have something we regret as humans. We all have made mistakes. We all have done something that we're either ashamed of and didn't mean to do, or just we're trapped into a system. Like the story is bigger than their ex-conness. It's that humans make mistakes and humans fall short and humans are humans, right? But we're all worthy at the end of the day. We're worthy of second chances. We're worthy of being redeemed. We're worthy of being loved, of being of people being kind to us and not treating us any less than. Like, I think the story is that. And so she is an ex-con in the story. And I think she's so fierce in the show.
Have some laughs, have your heart warmed. I like the phrase fierce. That is LaCrissa Granberry and Nate Press visiting What's on Tap to share their insights on their part in Clydes, the brand new production at Milwaukee Chamber Theater, the Milwaukee premiere that opens on Friday, runs through November 24th. Their performance is at the Broadway Theater Center in 3rd Ward, and you'll be seeing the Milwaukee premiere. This is a 2022 Tony Award nominee for Best Play. Not messing around, not bringing you just bringing you the best of the best. The Tonys are the Tonys, you know? So Milwaukee Chamber Theater, it is milwaukeechambertheater.org if you want to check it out and get your tickets and get on the front end to see this production. And this is opening weekend for Clydes at Milwaukee Chamber Theater. It is closing weekend for a show, again, one of those runs that has zoomed by. Find out come behind the scenes, behind the curtain, and find out more about The Moors. Last call for The Moors. We'll go backstage with Lisa Rasmussen at Renaissance Theater Works next on What's on Tap.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Did you wake up with joint pain? Does it hurt doing routine activities? How are those knees feeling? Or have you been told it's hip replacement time? WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You deserve a life of comfort, not a life of repeated steroid shots that cause long-term damage. It's time to check out QC Kinetics. They'll walk you through the proper diagnostics for a non-surgical regenerative treatment. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative cellular treatments for joint pain. It's an all-natural approach that harnesses your body's own healing properties to treat the root cause of your arthritic pain. Yes, you can have real, lasting relief from joint pain without drugs, without surgery, and without downtime. Learn about your options. Call QC Kinetics. Consultations are free with Saturday appointments available at locations in Greenfield and Mequon. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today, 414-285-3474.
Looking for a fun family activity to get into the holiday spirit? Visit or volunteer for Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive in Grafton on Saturday, December 7th. The event is free and we will have lots of fun activities. Capco is dedicated to bring communities together and has collected over 300,000 toys through Kids to Kids. Join us and WTMJ for a celebration of giving and bring a new unwrapped toy to help children in need this holiday season. Support Kids to Kids. Visit kidstokidstoydrive.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Bringing you some news about theater. It's a last call to go to the Moors. It's a play at Renaissance Theater Works. It sounds thought-provoking and entertaining. I haven't seen it yet, and I myself need to make sure I get there this weekend if I want to. Imagination, intrigue, follows the story on the English moors of two sisters and their dog. But I think there are other characters as well. I know there are, actually. I was excited to find out more about this production because, again, we're talking about season's opening, and this is the opening show of the Renaissance Theater Works season. And Renaissance Theater Works managing director and absolute ray of light, Lisa Rasmussen, visited me on What's on Tap a few weeks ago, just before Halloween, to bring the good news of this show and to tempt you to take part and see the Moors. This is Lisa giving us the lowdown on what it's all about.
Well, I can't wait to tell you about our production of The Moors by Jen Silverman. It's directed by your friend and mine, Susan Fate, our co-founder.
I say one of the co-founding members of Renaissance Theater Works. And you know, it's killing me not to say the Moops. I know there are some people out there shouting the Seinfeld line. Oh, I'm sorry, the Moops. No, this is the Moors. And tell us what it's about.
It's a dark comedy, perfect for this spooky season. There's a little bit of blood, and it's very fun. I just watched the designer run on Sunday, and I laughed, but it also has a lot to say, like most of our plays at Renaissance Theater Works. This is actually the fourth play by Jen Silverman that we've produced. And fun fact, Marty Goebel, who's in the cast and a local favorite, has been in all four productions, so that's kind of special.
That is a cool thread. Mm-hmm. And someone else in this production who was also in The Apartment, which was a very fun and interesting and very well-performed play last season. I really enjoyed it. A name that people remember,
Emily Vitrano.
Exactly.
Yes. She's one of those people as a person and on stage that she can look at you with an eyebrow raised and you will burst out laughing. She is absolutely hilarious, and she's hilarious in this play as well. She plays kind of a deranged maid in The Moors. And Marty plays the moor hen. So she is a bird, a person playing a bird. This play is wild. It's a wild ride. It's darkly funny. Another animal in the show is a mastiff dog, and that is played, he is played by Reese Madigan, who a lot of people may know plays Bob Cratchit in the Reps production of A Christmas Carol, and we adore Reese, and he comes back to play with us often.
What a great theater community we have. Partially that, again, you've built over 32 years as your own theater, but I love that there is that cross-pollination of theater, that we really are a theater community here. It's not snobby like, oh, well, you're the rep and you can't come play with us, and vice versa. It's
oh, no, we are really interested
talent is talent.
Yeah, and especially we're interested in supporting the local artists. We always hire locally first, and we want to be a part of that healthy ecosystem so artists can stay and make a living here and work for us and work for all the other companies. So we're really proud of that. And I should mention the other three amazing cast members.
Yes.
Because it's a cast of 6, which is pretty big for us. Allie Babbage is from here, and she's a very talented actor. We've been wanting to work with her for years. She's also hilarious. There's some singing in the play. I won't give away too much. It's not a musical, but beautiful voices, which is a treat for us. And Kayleen Howard, new to the Milwaukee stage, she moved here to be a rep intern during the pandemic, poor thing. From California, she moved here and hasn't been able to, do what she planned to do until now. So Kayleen is delightful and really doing a beautiful job. And a name people may face people may recognize from TV. Sarah Sokolovich is also a local actor who moved to LA and has had huge success. She was on Big Little Lies and Homeland, and she remembered working with us and reached out to Susan and said, hey, I would come back in case you're worried I wouldn't, and I'd love to work with you again. And she is just outstanding.
That warms my heart. Again, that people will go have the big East Coast or West Coast success, but that this theater community means that much.
It means a lot to me, too. It really is a home for theater artists from Milwaukee, and it means a lot that people want to come back. Renaissance Theater Works is part of the Theater District South, which also includes the Skylight in the 3rd Ward, Milwaukee Chamber Theater in the 3rd Ward, and Next Act, who we share performance space with just over the river from the 3rd Ward.
Told you she's a bright light. She is Lisa Rasmussen, Renaissance Theater Works Managing Director, visiting us here on What's on Tap to give us the preview then of what the Moors was about. And now it's already closing weekend. The show will end on Sunday, but there are performances Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Next Act Theater. And if you're curious, you can go to rtwmke.org. You know, sometimes you want to maybe just find out a little more info. They have a bunch of video clips posted, so you can actually kind of see what you're getting into, and it might really appeal to you and entertain you. And plus, it's a clip you can share with a friend and go, hey, you want to come with me? So rtwmke.org is the Renaissance Theater Works website. And also, you heard Lisa say that Emily Vitrano is in it. Yep, Vince Vitrano's sister. And Vince went to the Moors last weekend, and his review on X was, quote, Emily Vitrano makes her triumphant return to the stage in Renaissance Theater Works' production of The Moors. What a crazy show. The whole cast is fantastic, and my sister is amazing. So some brotherly pride there. That is Renaissance Theater Works, The Moors, closing on Sunday. Enjoy your evening. Go see some theater this weekend or whatever you like to do. There are tons of suggestions of all kinds on What's on Tap. You can check out the podcast from tonight and previous episodes. You can subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. You can find it, WTMJ What's on Tap, or at WTMJ.com, or heck, I can text you a link and you're just one tap away to listen. If you text the word TAP to 855-616-1620, text TAP to 855-616-1620, and we'll get you the link so you can listen anytime you like. I'm Sandy Max. WTMJ News is next.
Here we are again. November.